What's driving consumer interest away from EVs? A wide range of factors, from pragmatic concerns like range anxiety and the availability of charging infrastructure to complex perceptions about cost, performance, aesthetics, cultural norms, regulatory policies, and environmental impact, influence consumer interest in electric vehicles. What is it that is making people less interested in electric vehicles? Today, we'll focus on a few of the most important variables that affect people's willingness or inability to accept electric vehicles. The worry that an electric vehicle's battery will discharge before arriving at a destination or a charging station is known as range anxiety. This anxiety is a result of worries about the availability of charging infrastructure and the perception that the vehicle's driving range is less than that of conventional gasoline-powered vehicles. Due to these concerns, many consumers are still reluctant to convert to electric vehicles (EVs), even in spite of advances in battery technology that have greatly increased EV ranges. Some models can now go over 300 miles between charges. In order to alleviate range anxiety, more fast charging stations should be added for convenient refueling. Additionally, consumers should be educated about range capabilities and realistic driving practices. The way that consumers view the performance of electric vehicles has changed as technology has advanced. Early electric vehicle EV models were frequently thought to be weaker and slower than their gasoline-powered counterparts. On the other hand, contemporary EVs are renowned for their instantaneous torque delivery, which produces rapid acceleration and agile driving characteristics. Even with these advancements, some buyers might still believe that an electric vehicle's driving range or performance has been compromised. By creating EVs with competitive acceleration, handling qualities, and driving ranges that either match or surpass consumer expectations, automakers are attempting to change these misconceptions. By giving customers the chance to test drive and watch demonstrations of EV performance, you can help debunk myths and highlight the advantages of electric propulsion. The price of buying an EV is still something that many buyers take into account. Because battery technology is more expensive than in conventional internal combustion engine vehicles (ICEVs), electric vehicles (EVs) typically have higher upfront costs. Many prospective buyers still find EVs to be too expensive, even though operating costs, such as lower fuel costs and less maintenance requirements because they have fewer moving parts, can eventually offset some of the initial investment. The goal of government incentives like tax breaks, rebates, and subsidies is to lower the adoption rate and promote adoption. Furthermore, consumers' decisions are influenced by worries about the long-term costs of battery replacement and possible depreciation. Therefore, manufacturers must provide clear and concise information about warranty terms, battery performance, and expected lifespan. Having access to and availability of charging infrastructure is essential to EV adoption on a large scale. With convenient options for recharging away from home, public charging stations, especially those with fast charging capabilities, provide EV owners with peace of mind. Still, questions remain regarding the density and stability of charging networks, especially in less populated or rural areas where infrastructure development may not keep up with urban centers. While some worries are allayed by home charging options, such as Level 2 chargers mounted in residential garages, not all customers may be able to utilize them, particularly those who live in apartments or don't have designated parking. To close the gaps in the country's charging infrastructure, automakers, public authorities, and private companies must work together to build out networks and guarantee dependable service. EV battery longevity and dependability have a significant impact on consumer confidence and purchase decisions. Prospective buyers continue to have concerns about the longevity of batteries, how well they perform in adverse weather, and the environmental effects of battery production and disposal. In order to maximize performance and prolong battery life, manufacturers are constantly refining battery technology through the development of sophisticated thermal management systems, improved cell chemistry, and predictive maintenance techniques. To establish credibility and allay consumer worries about the longevity and long-term expenses of electric vehicle EV batteries, it is imperative to provide consumers with clear and concise information regarding warranty conditions, battery performance data, and sustainable battery recycling and disposal methods. In recent years, there has been an expansion in the variety of EV models available across various vehicle segments and price points, providing consumers with greater options. On the other hand, compared to a range of ICEV options, some consumers might feel that the EV options are more limited. Consumer purchasing decisions are heavily influenced by brand familiarity and trust in well-known automakers, with many choosing electric vehicle EV models from companies that have a track record of excellence in terms of vehicle dependability, customer support, and technological innovation. Gaining consumer acceptance and trust may be difficult for more recent EV manufacturers or brands to enter the market, especially if they don't have well-established reputations in the automotive sector. Because they produce no tailpipe emissions and use fewer fossil fuels than conventional gasoline-powered cars, Electric vehicles (EVs) are frequently seen as more environmentally friendly than their counterparts. Customers that value lessening their carbon footprint and helping to mitigate climate change will find this feature appealing. The environmental effects of producing EV batteries, extracting raw materials like nickel, cobalt, and lithium, and recycling and disposing of them at the end of their useful lives, however, continue to raise concerns. In order to quantify the overall environmental benefits of EVs, manufacturers are addressing these concerns through life cycle assessments, improved battery recycling technologies, and sustainable sourcing practices. In order to promote broader acceptance and support for electric mobility solutions, consumer education about the comprehensive environmental benefits of EVs, such as reduced air pollution and energy efficiency, is essential. Government incentives, rules, and policies have a big impact on how widely EVs are used. Tax credits, rebates, and subsidies are examples of incentives that lower the cost of owning an electric vehicle and increase market penetration. Automakers are also encouraged to invest in the development and production of electric vehicles (EVs) by regulatory measures like emissions standards and zero-emission vehicle mandates. Customers thinking about purchasing an EV may become hesitant due to uncertainty about future policy changes, including possible adjustments to incentives or regulations affecting EV infrastructure and technology. To expedite the shift to electric mobility and meet long-term transportation objectives, stable and encouraging policies that place a high priority on EV adoption, infrastructure development, and environmental sustainability are crucial. Socioeconomic factors including income levels, regional economic disparities, and availability of financing options can affect people's ability to access electric vehicles (EVs). Adoption by lower-income households or those with restricted access to EV-specific incentives or charging infrastructure may be hindered by higher upfront costs and perceived risks associated with new technologies. Incentives, leasing plans, and focused infrastructure investments can all contribute to making EVs more affordable and encouraging their equitable adoption among a range of consumer demographics. Ensuring that the advantages of electric mobility, such as lower operating costs and emissions, are available to all societal segments requires addressing market accessibility and socioeconomic barriers. The rate of technological advancement and the accessibility of cutting-edge features greatly influence consumer interest in electric vehicles. EV models are becoming more and more appealing to tech-savvy consumers by including features like advanced safety features, connectivity options, and autonomous driving capabilities. Battery technology advancements address consumer concerns about convenience and performance by extending driving ranges and accelerating charging times through improvements in energy density, charging efficiency, and thermal management systems. Maintaining consumer interest and competitiveness in the electric vehicle market depends on manufacturers' investments in R&D to continuously improve EV technology and introduce cutting-edge features. Adoption rates as well as consumer preferences are influenced by public perception and cultural attitudes toward electric vehicles. Widespread public awareness campaigns, favorable media coverage, and endorsements from powerful people can all help to improve the perception of EVs and encourage mainstream consumers to accept them. On the other hand, unfavorable opinions or false beliefs regarding EVs, such as worries about dependability, security, or the inconvenience of charging, may discourage prospective customers. The adoption patterns of electric vehicles (EVs) are also influenced by cultural factors such as societal norms and preferences for specific vehicle types, such as larger vehicles in some areas. To increase acceptance of electric mobility solutions, it can be helpful to address public perception through focused education campaigns, positive consumer experiences, and matching EV features with cultural preferences. To accelerate the shift to electric mobility and realize sustainable transportation solutions globally, it is imperative to address these factors through comprehensive strategies that include innovation, policy support, infrastructure expansion, and consumer education. Please click the like button and subscribe buttons to see more entertaining videos.